Hey guys, so today's video is basically just going to be a rundown of my skincare routine and what I use on my face on a day-to-day basis for like my face makeup. But yeah, let's get started. So normally like 30 to 15 minutes like before I actually do my makeup, I will like wash my face, and if I'm exfoliating that day, exfoliate, use toner if I'm using toner that day, and moisturize. I just feel like if you wash your face right before you do makeup and then do your makeup, it sits like much better and I feel like it stays on for longer. That's just me. But I use, this is the, you probably can't see it, I'll link it in the bio or the description box. It's called the ROCHE-POSAY. It's a purifying foaming cleanser. It's dermatologist tested, safe for sensitive skin. I have super sensitive skin, so that's nice. Effectively cleanses and removes excess oil. It just says it's a gentle foaming cleanser formulated with La Roche-Posay prebiotic thermal spring water, niacinamide, and ceramide 3 to effectively cleanse skin of dirt, makeup, and impurities. It doesn't actually take off makeup that well. I normally take off my makeup before I do that, before I wash my face at night with that. But one of my friends actually had it and I used it and it worked really well, so I really like it. And to exfoliate my skin, I use this St. Ives Rise and Energize Coconut and Coffee Scrub. It says it wakes up skin for an instantly radiant glow. It's actually really nice. I feel like it really does like soften my skin and makes it look like more velvety. It's definitely a deep exfoliator. The toner I use is the Neutrogena Pore Refining Toner. And again, I'll link all this in the description. It visibly reduces the appearance of pores and refined skin. It definitely has helped me help my pores a little bit. I don't know if it visibly reduced them, but I do really like it. I only use like the exfoliator and the toner a couple times a week. I don't use it every day just because I do have sensitive skin and it's harsh. So, for a moisturizer, I use the Neutrogena Hydro Boost Gel. Instantly quenches skin and keeps it looking smooth, supple, and hydrated day after day. I like to use water-based moisturizers better than like oil-based moisturizers, because I feel like oil-based moisturizers, they cause my skin to break out more. It makes me really oily, and this, I haven't had a breakout since I started using this, so I really like it. I'm actually going to put it on right now because I was waiting, but it just looks like gel, sort of. I don't know if it's going to focus, but I really like it. I use it literally right before I put my makeup on. This is what I use before I put my primer on. And it doesn't come, it comes with, I can read how much it comes with, 1.7 ounces, which doesn't sound like a lot, but I feel like it goes a long way because you only have to use just a little bit each time. And then after I moisturize my face and start doing my makeup, I use primer. I've been using the Fenty Pro FILT'R Soft Matte Primer. It's an instant retouch primer. It's really nice. It feels really lotiony. I feel like with the Fenty foundation that I've been using, that together it works really well, and it's really does like make my skin look like perfect. So I'm just gonna put this on all over my face. And then after I do that, I'm going to use my Fenty Beauty Pro FILT'R Soft Matte Longwear Foundation. Pro FILT'R. I don't know if it's supposed to be full coverage. I don't know if it says on here. Medium to full coverage for all. It's definitely buildable. Like, I think you can build it a lot. I like to apply my foundation with like a beauty sponge rather than, I've used like a stippling brush before, but I feel like it goes on better. It like looks less cakey with a beauty sponge. And this foundation, it does oxidize and it does dry really quickly. So if you go get this, like when I went, they had to color match me at Sephora. And then I just, you know, put it on my forehead and then blend that in before it dries down, because once it dries, it's kind of hard to blend. So I just have a dampened beauty sponge. I'm just going to blend it up to my hairline and then down to my eyebrows and down my nose a little bit. I feel like a little bit of this foundation does go a long way with the beauty sponge. I feel like this beauty sponge does sort of like take a lot of it off, but I feel like that, you know, helps with not making it look cakey, which no one wants. And then I'm just going to put it under my eyes. But yeah, I do really like this foundation. I got it for my birthday at the end of November, and I've been using it, and I really like it. I feel like it does. I have a hard time finding foundations that match my skin perfectly, because, you know, some will be too warm for my skin, and I feel like Rihanna did a really good job with the Fenty of making sure there was one for like every skin tone. And I'm normally like the lightest color for the for foundations when I buy them, like at the drugstore or wherever. I'm normally the lightest color, I find, because I do have really fair skin. But when I went, I was testing the lightest colors, and I was like, whoa, that is way too light for me. So I would definitely, if you're gonna get this foundation, have them color match you, and I would not order it online, because I was gonna order it online and I was way off on the color I was going to get. So I would definitely go to the store and, you know, test on yourself or have them color match you. And also, I blend my foundation all the way up to my ear and then down my neck a little bit, just so I don't have any harsh lines. And I do like to use a stippling brush on my neck just because it's easier and it doesn't really show that it looks cakey. So I'm just going to use an e.l.f. stippling brush, and I'm just going to blend it down my neck with the product that was left on my hand. But yeah, I really like this foundation. I would say it's definitely what it says it is. It's definitely medium to full coverage. For my concealer, I like to use the Ulta Beauty Full Coverage Liquid Concealer, and they said it's waterproof. In the shade Light Cool. And I just put it under my eyes. Just the same beauty blender, or the beauty sponge, and I'm going to just blend it out. I just feel like with the concealer, it just really brightens up the entire look. And then I like to set my foundation, my concealer with the Ulta Beauty Mineral Powder in Fair Mineral Foundation 1. Sometimes I do feel like this powder though is a little bit too like pink for me, and that's the problem I normally have with powders and foundations. But and I'm just going to tap that on my under eye and everywhere I put my concealer. Next, I like to take, when I'm doing like bronzer or like, oh, my lips look really weird with all that crap on them. I like to either use the bronzer from the Master Contour by Maybelline, or I like to use this e.l.f. bronzer. It's in the shade like golden, but it's just a bunch of, can't even talk, just a bunch of different colors. I like to just swivel it around in the thing, and I'm going to tap it and then put it in the hollows of my cheeks. And I feel like it's a really pretty color when you like do it all together, because when I'm really fair in the winter time, sometimes I feel like this is a little bit too dark for me. It just adds like depth. And then I'm gonna just do it on the top by my hairline. Ooh. It's not really blending right now. Yeah. And then next I like to just take some of the, it's just like translucent powder that literally just spilled all over me because I forgot to put the thing back on top before I turned it over. But it's fine, I'm fine. And I just put some in the lid like that. You probably can't tell because it's gonna spill if I turn it over. So I just take a beauty blender that is flat on the top, and, you know, just dip it in and then tap it under my eye. Oops. Need a little bit more powder. Oops. So tap it under my eye just so I can bake my concealer so it's not gonna move anywhere. It's not gonna go anywhere. And then I'm gonna put it in the center of my nose, like that, middle of my forehead, basically just anywhere you put concealer if you want it to just, you know, like stay put. And I just put it on my bronzer, so that's cool. And then I'm gonna take it and I'm just gonna go down my cheek. So at the bottom of my bronzer in the hollows of my cheeks, so that it can really just like carve that out. And there, and there. Okay. That crap really just, you know, gets everywhere. All over my clothes and everything. Next, I'm going to take, I put this a little bit too far down my cheek. I'm going to take, I have this Tarte blush in the shade Paaaaarty. And then I'm going to take that and I'm going to mix it with this Maybelline, Dream Bouncy blush that's like this, just to give it like a more like rosy. This is more of like a dusty rose color. This is in the shade Hot Tamale. It's like a more like moussey type thing. It's Dream Bouncy, so it feels lightweight like a powder, yet melts into skin like a cream. So I'm gonna just try and like mix those together with, where'd my brush go? With this just small blush brush. Let's make sure it's not. Ooh. Okay. I don't know if you can really tell. I'm gonna try just using this one really quick to see what that looks like. Let's see if I can just like swatch it really quick on my hand. Looks pretty. Just didn't really show up like that on my face. I've had this for a while, like a long while, but I never really use it. Oh yeah, that's showing up. Hold on, that's really dark. Okay, you know what? I'm just gonna wipe that away because it is going away anyway. It's only left on for like 5 seconds. So we're just gonna do the same thing in this cheek. Just like on the apples of your cheeks, like when you smile, like that. Put it right there. It's like really pigmented when you use it by yourself, but I also do really like this Tarte blush. Next I'm gonna use this highlight from NYX. It's an Illuminator in the shade Ritualistic. And it's cruelty free, just for everyone's info. I'm gonna use just this brush. It's kind of dirty. I'm just gonna swivel it around in there. Is it showing up? Can't tell. I feel like it's showing up for me, but I feel like it's not showing up for you. I don't know, can't really tell. Next I'm just gonna wipe all this away. I think I put a little bit much there. Wipe that away, and then I'm going to take the same brush and I'm going to use that to highlight above my eyebrow. And then on the tip of my nose, I'm just going to use my finger really quick. See, it looks really pigmented. I'm going to swatch it on my hand for you guys. But it looks really powdery too. That's next to the blush. Just going to use it and then the top of my cupid's bow. Yep. So yeah, that's basically, I'm going to spray with some Infallible setting spray. really quick just to set my face. But yeah, that's basically it for my skincare and my face makeup routine. Yeah guys, so this is the finished look. I just threw on some eyeshadow from my Jaclyn Hill palette, put eyebrows on, did my mascara. I didn't really put any false lashes on today just because I'm not really doing anything. But yeah, I hope you enjoyed today's video. Don't forget to subscribe and give me a thumbs up. Yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed. Bye.